the way I'm going to apply it is I'm going to use my mushroom sponge. Okay, just going to get that all on there nice and even. And then when I go on my edges, I can use that same mushroom sponge. I'm going to have to get in there with a little brush. But I can do the same, just smushing it with the edge of the mushroom sponge. And that's going to allow me to get all my edges done nice and evenly. And then I'll just make sure that I look for drips on either side. The mushroom sponge comes in two sizes. The little size might be a little bit nicer for going around the edges, but I already have this side dirty. The other thing that's neat about the mushroom sponge, and this is I think what makes them just absolutely a kick-butt item, is that you can form it to round things like finials and stuff like that because of that nice little squinchy area right there. Very versatile tool. And you'll notice here I allowed some of my paint to harden. It is perfectly acceptable if you go on in and just give it a little haircut, if you let something dry and then peel that off, and it'll still do a good job. Okay, as with all things, when we first start doing something, we always like learn some stuff. Here's what I've learned, is if I squinch that in there really well and just kind of pat that on, not worrying about drips and things like that, I'll get a nice kind of evenly heavy, if you will, well-applied coat. Okay, and then when I've gotten all the way around, I'll go and just give myself the coat and smooth out any juicy stuff. It's a lot faster. You could let the edges dry, or you can get your hands in it and do the whole thing at once. The other thing I like about the mushroom sponge, as I'm doing this, I don't have my nitrile gloves on, but I should. Okay, but while I'm doing this, it keeps my hand out of the medium because I've got this handle on the sponge. So that is super duper helpful. And I really should have gloves on now that I've decided to go ahead and do all my shapes at one time. But I don't, and I'm going to have to wash my hands anyway, so I'm just going to go with this. Okay, the way you clean out your sponge is you just squish it under cold water.